Hello again, this is Harold from Northern Law Management. Today I want to talk to you homeowners, potential sellers out there about the decision when you're working with contractors, and let's say you decide to fix up your home and you're taking bids from contractors and you're trying to decide whether to accept a bid for labor only or labor and materials. So in today's video, I want to talk about what goes into materials and how you can protect yourself if you decide to get a labor only bid and you as the owner decide to purchase your own materials. So the first thing is, when we're out as homeowners, we're looking to get the best price for our project. Now, the best price doesn't necessarily mean the lowest price, and you have to be careful when you're taking bids on the lowest price. Sometimes contractors will give you a low initial price just to get your business, and they'll hit you with what's called change orders. So what change orders are things that are not put in the scope, and the scope of work is essentially a step-by-step itemized list of the work that needs to be done. So as the homeowner, you may get a scope from a contractor, or you may create your own scope, and that contractor will look at that scope and they're going to make a bid based on that scope of work. And those bids range, they can range in thousands of dollars. So it's tempting to take that lowest bid. But what happens with some savvy contractors, what they'll do is they'll underbid everyone, and knowing that there are certain items that were left off, and then they're going to overcharge you for those items. So those are change orders. So change orders are anything that is outside of the scope that you ask the contractor to do once the job has begun. So again, cheapest is not always best. Another reason why cheapest is not always best is you may have a contractor who is looking for work, and in order to get that work, they're going to charge the lowest price. And while that seems great on the surface, the lowest price in this scenario can be dangerous as well. Why? Because that contractor now may struggle to pay any subcontractors to come and do the work, or they may struggle to get quality subcontractors to come in and do the work. And therefore, you're going to have a lot of imperfections in the work that's done. You're going to have a lot of issues with things being half done. And also, you may run into a lot of timeline issues, because those contractors who underbid projects, they really try to make up for it by doing side projects while they're doing your job. And if somebody decides to pay them more for their time, your project's going to sit there, and then you end up hiring another contractor. And that's how investors end up paying more, or homeowners also end up paying more than that sticker price. So those are two things to be careful for. But today I want to talk about the decision to purchase materials or not purchase materials. So when you're getting these bids, you may get a bid that includes a labor only bid and then a labor and material bid. Now I'll tell you this, I have my own contracting business, and generally a contractor will charge anywhere from 10 to 20% above the price of a material. So that's called markup. They'll mark up it from 10 to 25%, and you as the homeowner, you have to pay that markup. And that's not labor charges, that's just for materials. So for instance, if an item costs $100, you can expect to pay anywhere between $110 and $125 for that item. Now it seems like a lot of money, and as a homeowner, you may say, well, I can save money by getting my own material. I can tell you this, as a contractor, I like it when clients decide to get their own material, because that 10 to 25% markup, you're charging that because it is a hassle. Right now, I'm out in front of Home Depot. I don't know if you all can see it here, but I'm out in front of Home Depot, and I just returned a rental truck because I had to personally carry drywall to a job. That rental truck costs money and also my time. So as an owner, you may want to say, I'll get the materials, but now you have to coordinate the materials. And I would say this, certain materials you should get. I mean, if you have an eye for a certain design or things of that nature, then you should get your own materials from that standpoint, whether it's like ceramic tile, certain finishes, maybe your vanities. You can order those and have them delivered. But in terms of just the small things that we don't think about, like drywall nails, grout, any type of caulk, drywall in itself, which is a large item to haul around. Those things are not easy to pick up. Well, particularly the drywall. Everything else you can pretty much put it in your car, but the drywall, if you have a sedan, you're not going to get that in there. So, and then it's just your time. It's going back and forth to the store. And then the thing is, if you're getting all the materials, that contractor, he comes in and let's say he forgets an item. Well, who's going to go to the store to get those materials? So I would say a way to protect yourself is to have them give you a price for the materials, and you can go and research it at Home Depot, Lowe's, Menards, wherever they get the materials from, see how much the markup is, but then negotiate where you'll say, okay, I'll purchase the materials, but you have to pick them up, and you can charge me a delivery fee. So instead of that 25% or 10% markup on every item, you negotiate a delivery fee for their trips back and forth from the store. That way you can control your time and you can control your costs. And if anything is forgotten, then they're responsible for picking that up. So I would get as detailed of a list as possible before my contractor starts the job. And inevitably, there's going to be items forgotten. I mean, I've done multiple projects and I've never seen a project where you did not have to run out to Home Depot during the project. So, but that happens. But again, when you decide to do materials, there's a lot of room for miscommunication, and there's a lot of room to just wear you out running back and forth to the store to try to get small items here and there, and then obviously carrying things like drywall in. So I would say the best way to protect yourself is to negotiate a delivery fee or a pickup fee with your contractor. So that's what I have for today. If you got any value out of this video, please hit the like button. If you like this content or would like to see more, please hit subscribe. Also, make sure if you know anyone who can benefit from this information, please share it with them. And until next time, this is Harold Blackman with North and Loyal Management. Talk to you later.